And well, let's get started.
Ghosts are real. That much I know.
Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. If this is the first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notification every single time that I post a video, and I post every single week. So you guys see from the title, today's video is going to be a little bit different from what I usually post here, and it's because I wanted to talk about what is happening right now in the industry and how this is going to affect all the upcoming horror movies and horror TV series. I feel that it's important that everyone is informed and aware of what is happening because this is a very serious issue and it's going to be a before and after in the industry. Now in this video, I'm going to be explaining you guys who are the SAG-AFTRA and the Writers Guild, why they are on strike, how this affects the industry, and which horror movies and TV series are being affected by it. Now I'm going to start with who is the SAG-AFTRA. This is the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. This is an American labor union that represents professionals worldwide. Now this organization was formed on March of 2012 following the merge of the Screen Actors Guild, known as SAG, that was created in 1933, and the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, known as AFTRA, created in 1937. And the Writers Guild of America is the joint effort of two different American labor unions from the East and the West that represents writers in film, television, radio, and online media. The Writers Guild has gone into strike more than once in their history, starting in the 1960s, then in the 1980s, then in 1985, then they went into another strike in 1988, and then we had the well-known strike of 2007-2008, and now on 2023 we have the strike that started on May the 2nd, and among the disputes are the residuals from streaming media. Now going into what are the reasons for the SAG-AFTRA being on strike along with the Writers Guild is because of a lack of agreement on a new contract between the SAG-AFTRA and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, also known as the AMPTP. That this is a trade association that represents over 350 American television and film production companies. There's also a disagreement over streaming residuals and the regulations of self-tape auditions, the studio usage of artificial intelligence, also known as AI, to scan actors' faces to generate performance digitally. Now, as a goal, the SAG-AFTRA wants the ratification of a labor contract, the streaming service residuals formula, greater regulations of self-tape auditions, and preventing artificial intelligence from replacing actors on set. Like I said, this is a serious issue happening right now. Essentially, the corporations want the artificial intelligence to take over the actors and the writers' work. This is why the Writers Guild went on a strike first back on May. And for the Writers Guild to actually go into the strike, what happened was the lack of agreement on a new contract between the Writers Guild and the AMPTP, and the poor compensation for writers via residuals with the advent of streaming. As a goal, the Writers Guild thought they want is an increase in funding and job security for the writers, an increase on the size of writers' room, and limit the use of artificial intelligence in the writing process. Now, these strikes are the largest interruption to American television and film production since the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, and is also the largest labor stoppage that the Writers Guild has ever performed since their last strike in 2007. The SAG-AFTRA officially joined the Writers Guild on a strike on July 14 until now, and is the first time since the 60s that we have both unions on a strike. I think that is pretty safe to say that this is serious and is sad and infuriating to see. Sadly, there's a lot of misconception about this industry. There's many people that believe that every single actor and every single director are rich and that they have a lot of money, and the reality is that not all of them are. There's a lot of people that work on the industry that they don't get enough money. They are not paying enough. Something that is not only happening in this industry. We all know that this is affecting every single industry. We are in the middle of an economic crisis. And things are only getting worse. Now, how productions are actually affected. Films and series will be affected depending on which stage of production they were. If we had series like Yellow Jackets season 3 that they were just starting the writing process, they literally started on May 1st. And on May the 2nd, the writers went on the strike. They only had 1 day of work. Right now, they are on stop and they're going to be delayed for God only knows how long. Because this strike is going to delay projects for almost a year. Every single project that was on the writing process hasn't been working since May. This includes Wednesday, season 2. They were starting on the writing process. They needed to stop. On non-horror productions like Euphoria, most likely that series will be canceled because if they decide to resume work after the strike, most likely the series will be coming out in 2026. And they are thinking about just ending the show with the 2 seasons that are already out. And it's also going to affect any type of production that was about to start. For example, The Last of Us season 2. They cannot start working on that show until the strike is over. And this is of course going to make a delay. They didn't have a date, but they put the year of 2024. Most likely now it can be 2025. And this is something that we're going to be seeing with a lot of shows, meaning that if you see in social media that your favorite show was pushed back to 2024 or 2025 or delayed indefinitely, now you know why. Now getting into the films and TV series that are being filmed. Beetlejuice, to give an example, was been filmed just last week. Right now, they cannot continue until the strike is over. And it had a release date of September of 2024, a date that most likely will change because we don't know how long is going to be the strike. And once the strike is over, how long is going to take them to end all the filming for them to go into post-production and maybe push and overwork in order to get the film in time for September of 2024. But right now, I don't have hopes that that is going to happen. Most likely, if they are able to bring it to 2024, is going to be at the end. Of course, this includes any horror film or a series that was in the same stage. And a series that is in the same boat is Stranger Things Season 5. They were supposed to start filming in May, meaning that right now they cannot do anything, meaning that sadly, most likely we're going to be seeing Stranger Things Season 5 at the most 2025. I just hope that not 2026. I really hope not, but there's a chance that that could happen. So for now, there's no more Stranger Things. Go and binge watch the first 4 seasons. But don't get surprised when we had an announcement that the series is going to be delayed for a whole year. Now, if a film is already in post-production, they are on the editing process and they do not need to do any type of reshoot, they're fine and good to go. They're not going to be affected by the strike until the marketing and the promotions begins, depending if the strike is over or not. Because this is what we're going to be seeing on the upcoming months, depending on how long it lasts the strike. But right now, Haunted Mansion is not going to have any type of promotion from the cast whatsoever or any type of press. We have the Meg 2 coming. We have Talk to Me that is also coming next week. Sympathy for the Devil. We're not going to be seeing any type of promotion from the cast. And this includes, of course, Five Nights at Freddy's, Saw 10. I think that is a film that is going to suffer a lot from this. They didn't even have a poster out there. They don't have any type of promotion out there. How the hell they're going to push this film without the cast? Probably going to have to give it a raise to the marketing budget. None 2. We're not going to be seeing anything from it if the film comes before the strike is over. Of course, at the studios, they do have a solution already for this. They will be paying influencers and content creators to get to promote their films. And this is when I get myself into the situation. When the strike started, specifically the SAG-AFTRA, a lot of rules came out of every single thing that the actors cannot do. Because right now, influencers, they shouldn't be getting paid to do promotions. That is considered struck work. That it's anything that is made by by this studio, and that put a lot of people in question if us as critics and all the journalists and the people who do reviews, are we included in the group? But no, after a lot of reading, talking with some colleagues, no, the SAG-AFTRA stated that we can continue doing our content as normally, but of course it's up to us if we want to do any type of side note, editor's note, or if we want to do any type of disclaimer or talk about it. It's what I am doing now and what I will continue doing. From this video on until the end of the strike, I'm going to be including an editor's notes in all my reviews, and on the videos I will be including a little disclaimer. And it's the least that we can do. So that's why you guys will be seeing a little disclaimer, links with information and how to support on the description box and on any single one of my posts, even on Instagram. I will be putting just the little note until the strike is over, meaning that it's safe for me to attend press screenings, doing my reviews, doing these videos. But what I will not be doing is accepting paid promotions. I'm sorry, but there's no way that I'm going to be accepting a payment from a studio to promote a certain film. They had the whole year to approach me and say, hey, I want to sponsor you. This is not the moment, because we all know that they are doing it because they're desperate and they're going to be looking for everyone. I'm sorry, but I will not be doing that. If you want to sponsor me after the strike is over, fine. But during the strike, there's no way. I'm sorry, but that is not fair. That is not right. And so I'm going to be continue doing my videos as normal. I do not earn from this already, but I will not be getting paid for this. Meaning, of course, that every single video and review that I will be doing is not sponsored. I have never had a sponsored video here. And until the strike is over, I will not be accepting that type of things. Well, this has been all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I know that this is not the type of content that I usually do, but like I said at the beginning, I felt the need to talk about it. But also, I really wanted to clarify that I am safe with doing my content, because I know that there's people that they are taking a step back and they will not be doing any type of content. But I just want to let you guys know that it's safe. I am not doing anything wrong. I did a lot of research. I talked with a lot of people. But well, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys on my next video. Bye.
Goes to Rio. That much I know.